Hey folks, Ed here with Ed and G's Farm, and I am out in the chicken coop just observing. We are preparing for an extended absence away from the homestead here, so I'm coming out just to make sure these guys are going to be good while we're away. So as you can see, I've got the 3 tube feeders. I don't know what else to call them other than tube feeders. I've got the bucket feeder. That bucket feeder's got about 20 pounds of feed in it. I've already measured the life expectancy of those tube feeders. Those 3 40-inch tubes will last for 9 days. So that 20-pound bucket of feed should last another week, or at least half a week in addition to that. So I think we're good for about 2 weeks. Plus, I've got 10 gallons of water. I got one 5-gallon bucket there. I got another 5-gallon bucket there, and you can see the little water dispensers that we've attached. We got those off Amazon for relatively cheap. I think $15 for 6 of them. And so I have also installed my water catch gutter. That's what I've got so far. That's 120-inch long gutter. I've got the downspout drain right in the middle of it, and it's running into this 55-gallon, or actually it's a 70. I think it's a 70-some gallon outfit. No, maybe it's 50 gallon. I'll check it. Anyway, it's adequate water storage, but that's temporary. That's only temporary. And that was actually an extra dumpster that our waste company brought to us. So it was clean from the factory on the inside, no trash. It has never had trash in it. So I figured for the time being, I go ahead and use that. And so I'm not cutting anything into it, as you can see. But what my goal is to get one of those blue food grade barrels that I will store up there. I'll put it on like a pad to where I can fix a gravity fed drainage, so I can just turn the spigot on and let it run into the bucket. Yeah, I didn't have enough, and I didn't want to buy the extra, but I've got 3 feet of space there that I still need to fix something, so it catches into that gutter. But I'm okay so far. Now, I've already used it. There you can see my filling system. I've already used it to fill up those 2 5-gallon buckets this morning. So it's still got another 20 gallon of water in there. And that was just from one rain a couple of days ago. So I'm pretty good. We're gonna be gone for a little bit. And I just wanted to make sure that we had adequate food and water for these guys. So I think that we're going to be fine for the amount of time that we're going to be gone. We have neighbors that own chickens also. Minnie's going to go in there and check them out. She likes to do that. She's friendly. But I'm thinking about leaving the door open so they can come and go, because they do have 6 acres to roam around on here. They actually only use about an acre of it, to be honest with you. Maybe 2 acres of it. They like to stay close. But these guys are healthy for sure. Now, in the back there, you'll see. See, I've got the extra food stored in that container back there underneath that bale of hay. I put that bale of hay on there, it's just extra, but what I found is that our hens have already started using it to lay eggs. And that's cool. They also use their coop. They lay eggs right there in that back section, which is cool. And then they have started using that bale of hay. Now, next spring, I'm going to go along the back wall of that fencing, and I'm going to build some laying boxes or laying panels, whatever you want to call them. It's going to be a laying tray. I'll call it a laying tray, because there's really no need to build a box per se. because they will lay eggs wherever they feel comfortable, and the goal is to get them to feel comfortable to where they can lay eggs. And so we can use this box just for their sleeping and warmth, so that way they're not messing, if you know what I'm saying, the eggs up. All right, the chicks are happy. I'm happy that they're happy. And you can see Hank, he is just tearing it up. They've had no problem learning how to eat out of those things. Now what I did is, that's a common thing you'll find on YouTube. I took a 5-gallon bucket. I cut the hole in at 3.5 inches. Took a 90-degree elbow, cut it in half, so you got 45 angle there, and I inserted that. And in the back of it, if you'll move, I put that little piece of plastic halfway on the opening back there, so that way the food doesn't spill out when I'm carrying it. And I do have a second one of these in the garage that I tried my best to fix a food situation for the cat, but she's finicky. Cats usually are finicky, and she's not having it. I got to figure out something else. But anyway, the chicks do have another 5-gallon bucket feeder if I need it. Well, that's all the chickens we own. We are not huge farmers. We are hobby farmers at best. And so far, that's all of the, quote, livestock we have. To be honest with you, we're still young in heart. We're not sure what we want to do when we grow up. Whether it be hobby farming, traveling, or what have you, maybe a little bit of both. We were going to get some goats, but we are also responsible, and well, I think we are, and we want to make sure and be careful and not get things that we won't be able to take care of. Well, I don't mean to hold the camera in one place, but if you're like me, it's entertaining watching chickens. So yep, they've had no problem learning how to eat, and they've had no problem learning how to drink out of their new food and water systems, and that makes me happy. Good stuff. And they're also over here. Good stuff. See, they're sharing. Sharing is caring. Yeah, they're drinking out of the same straw, if you will. They were. Good stuff. Good stuff. And also, you also notice how the sun kind of, this is early in the day. It's not yet midday here. And you can see how the sun just sort of, when it first peeks its head up in the morning, it kind of comes into the coop, so they're provided with warmth when it's cool. And it's not freezing cold, but it did get down to freezing last night. So the chickens are able to get inside where it's warm and keep themselves warm, and they are happy. As far as I can tell now, I'm not a chicken doctor, but I think they're pretty happy. Hank is my only rooster there. He seems to be happy. Yeah. These guys like to eat, I'll tell you that much. All right, well, thanks for watching, and I think I'll go ahead and call it a day for this video, and that's just in the way of an update, just to show you the watering system. Again, the only thing I have left to do is to make the water catch system out there a little bit more permanent, in that I get the blue 50 gallon barrel, put it on a couple stacks of blocks to where when it catches the water, I can also put a spigot in there and just pull the water from there. Now also we'll make a more airtight space when it comes to draining the water inside that blue barrel when I get it. That is just a makeshift situation. And by the way, if you want to follow along our adventures, I do want to invite you to catch us on Outdoors with Ed and Sometimes G, where we will feature a lot of fishing and some travel from time to time. We have made a trip out to South Dakota this past summer. We are headed down to Florida, Miramar Beach, Destin area for several stints this winter. This being right now the 27th of November right now. So we're headed out on Monday, and we're going to be down there and back several times this winter. And so if you want to catch some of those adventures, look us up on Outdoors with Ed and sometimes G. Thanks for watching.